Hey guys, it's Justin with Shock Therapy once again, and we're here to show you how to install a set of Shock Therapy front sway bar links on a Can-Am X3 RS. Our sway bar links are much better than the factory for many different reasons. First, they're extremely strong where the factory ones tend to break often. Second, they're supported on the inside of the upper control arm so that it doesn't rip the factory tab off the arm, which is also very common with the factory link. Last, our links are the largest on the market with 5/8 rod ends that are Teflon lined and going to outlast your car. Keep in mind that with this link installation, if you have a car that's older than a 2018, you will have to drill the arm and the sway bar out to 1/2 inch. 2019 and newer Can-Ams have a factory 1/2 inch hole. Even if you're drilling out the mounts on your Can-Am, this is a very easy installation and should take you less than an hour. Let's go ahead and turn this over to Mitch and have him show us how easy it is.
What's up guys, it's Mitch and we're back at it again today with another install video on the front links for the X3 utilizing the factory sway bar.
Step 1 is to jack the car up to where the tires are just off the ground. Use jack stands at all times for safety. Next, remove the front shocks from the car. Make sure that you mark them left and right as they are side specific. Start with the lower hardware first, finish with the upper hardware and remove the shock. Next, remove the factory links from the sway bar and upper control arm. If you have a 2018 or older X3 and you will be drilling the sway bar, leave one link in place to support the bar while you drill one side. Next, drill the upper control arm mount for the sway bar link with the same 1/2 inch drill. Take your time and use coolant as needed. Repeat the drilling process on the other side. Once you've drilled the arm, make sure that all burrs are removed. You can now install the Shock Therapy links.
All right guys, so you're gonna have two different spacers as far as the thicknesses are concerned on the end of the high miss part of the spacers. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take the smaller, shorter shoulder part of the spacer that's gonna go onto your bolt first. Take your bolt and go through the rod end with the part of where the jam nut is facing down. And take your thicker spacer, it's gonna go on the other side. This is going to go through the bottom of the arm. Insert your spacer into the arm. Your washer and the nut. All right guys, so for the top, you're gonna have two different spacers as well. You're gonna have a high miss spacer and just a standard spacer here. The thing to note on this is the shoulder of the high miss is a skinnier part. Basically, the regular spacer is gonna go onto the bolt first. That is gonna go through the back side of the link. Your high miss spacer is gonna go on the front side. And that goes through the bar. Washer. And your nut. All right guys, we're gonna move over to the driver's side of the car now. Again, you're gonna have two different size high miss spacers. One is thicker, one is skinnier. You're gonna take the skinnier one first, put it onto the longer bolt. This is going to go through the rod end where the jam nut is on the bottom. I'm gonna take that thicker high miss spacer, that's gonna go on the other side. This is gonna go through the arm. Again, with the thicker high miss spacer going against the arm. Take your spacer that goes into the arm. Washer. And your nut. Okay, now we're gonna move to the top. Again, I have two totally different spacers here. You're gonna have just a standard spacer and then another skinny high miss spacer. Your normal spacer is gonna go onto the bolt first. This is gonna go through the back side of your link. Take your skinny high miss spacer, on the front side. Goes through the bar. Install your washer and your nut.
With all of the spacers in place, you can now tighten the link hardware. All of the link hardware can be torqued to 100 foot-pounds. Next, you can tighten both jam nuts on the link. Install the shocks back on the correct sides, starting with the upper hardware first and finishing with the lower hardware. All shock hardware should be torqued to 90 foot-pounds. Remove the jack stands and lower the car back on the ground, and your installation is complete. Mitch, thank you very much for installing those for us, and as you've seen, it's a very easy installation. With the links installed on the car, just make sure that all of your hardware, especially the rod end jam nut, remains tight. Our links use the largest rod ends on the market, which are also Teflon lined. This means that they will never make noise and outlast your car. But if you need individual parts, they're available on our website. As always, if you have any questions about this installation or any of our other products, then give us a call at 623-217-4959. If you'd like to consider other products that might go along with these links, such as a front anti-sway bar kit for your X3, go to our website at shocktherapist.com.
I got it. Don't even talk.
Okay, sorry.
All right.
Yeah. Point to like the sway bar area, you know what I mean?
It gets old because it's the same thing.
Shut the up. You are a god monkey. Act, Zoolander, act.
And your nut.
Mitch hasn't slept. Woo! Dude, oh my God. Here you go, Butters.
I'm just gonna go to sleep right here, Chase.
Huh?
I'm just gonna go to sleep right here.
Yeah, night night.